Okay. So what did we learn last time?
How to date.
Yes, dates. So how do we say the dates? So what is it? What day is it today? Does anyone wants to try?
I'm still a little confused, so I would not like to try.
I guess I can try if no one else wants
Okay.
to.
Go ahead, try it.
Okay. Is it let's see. I think it's the month first. Let's see.
Yes,
So
month first.
okay, so it would be kugatsu. And let's see. 24 nichi.
Yes, exactly. It's 9月24日.
Kugatsu.
Oh, kugatsu.
Yes.
Ah.
So remember, there is two ways of saying of Q or ku. Hey, what's up, Aristo?
Konbanwa.
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 Hello.
Let's see. So there's two ways of saying, right? Q and ku. And usually left side is the dominant one, but only Q for month, we say 9月. Other one, 7月, 4月. But only 9月 is 9月. Michelle, would you mind sharing with us what you're confused with?
Okay, so that was pretty much like I had written it down and I wanted to look at it more today, but I just got lost with eating and the kids and Taekwondo. And so I sat down and I had my notes written and I was kind of just like trying to remember if it like where the 1st through the 10th came into play. And then I was like, I guess I haven't reviewed, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't reviewed it from last week. I've been working on my other homework for my Japanese class. So like I've got like between the two and I just didn't get to it tonight, but I will actually after or during while we're talking. But I do understand kugatsu, and you said it was niju yonichi?
Yes, 24 nichi. Yeah, exactly. So here it comes to twisty or kind of strange, right? It's from 1st day to 10th day. And we have different way of saying. So who wants to try saying this out loud? Should I hide this screen or keep it on?
You can hide it if you want, or you actually probably keep it on. I guess it's been a little while since you might have seen it, but I can try to like say it anyway.
Okay, go ahead, Chris.
Okay, Suitachi. Oh no, hold on. No, sorry. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Suitachi. 2日、3日、4日、5日、6. Okay. 6日、7日、8日、9日、and 10日.
Nice, very good job. Only two things. So this Mika and Yoka, these two are small tsu.
Oops. Yeah.
And what does small tsu do? Do you remember, or does anyone remember?
Skip.
Yes, skip. So hop sound, right? And to be honest, these like dates are kind of whatever. If you remember, that's great. If you don't, maybe it's fine. It's like January or February. It's like a 2nd month or 3rd month, you can really say. So similar to that. Okay, so does everyone have paper and pencil ready?
Hi.
Okay, let's try to write from a, I, u, e, o. Should I put it out or put it up or keep it down? Should I put the letters on or?
I'm good without, but if other people need it.
I don't need it.
All right, let's see without. I'm gonna stop sharing so that I can see. your screen better. You still looks a little confused. Are you doing fine?
I was thinking of Aya, but then now I'm forgetting. I'm like, oh no. Like,
Oh, Giovanni's finished the first. Very nice. And Giovanni's wrote this 2 lines. Oh, Denise, you were blending. Nice, Chris. Very good job.
oh wait.
Oh, Michelle, nice. You got the ruler paper.
Sorry, it's blurry. Get rid of my
Oh,
background.
Denise, I think you're forgetting something. Oh, Michelle's little boy.
Yeah, that's Riker. He's joining us for class too. He's got his notebook and his pencil. And
Whoa.
he can say sake and konnichiwa.
Okay, Aristo. Yes, nice. Aristo got it right. Nice, Denise. But the order is a little bit different. It's Denise goes I, O, but it's fine.
Mhm.
And Michelle was fine as well. So let's get started today's lesson. So for today, it's very exciting to share with you. We got 90 PowerPoints. But don't worry, don't get scared. Okay, let's see. It's pretty fun today. I swear. Okay, so I forgot to change the front seat, but it's another hiragana practice. So after today's lesson, you get used to reading and writing hiragana more because we're gonna go over kaki kukeko and become more familiar with Japanese numbers and dates. And also be able to make very simple sentences. Isn't it exciting?
Mm.
Okay, so let's start with writing practice again. Starts with these 5 letters. Oh, yes, these 5 letters. Recap question. How do you pronounce these Japanese letters? I already said it once, but if you remember, Aristo, you want to try?
The first one's ka, right?
Yeah, first one is ka.
And I know the third one's ku.
Nice.
And I forgot the rest.
Okay. So actually, what is the first or 1 in Japanese?
Ka?
Oh, no, in Japanese, 1 in Japanese.
Ichi.
Yes, ichi. So what's second?
Ni.
Okay, so does anyone know the ni letter?
Ki?
Are we saying
Yes,
key?
it's ki. Okay. How about 4th letter?
Yon.
Yon letter. How do you pronounce this?
Ke.
Yes, ke. And 5th one, or
Cool.
go
Go.
number. Go is ko, right?
Go.
Pretty cool. Oh, so by the way, I uploaded JPEG Japanese chart so that you can refer to it on your phone. You can download it and save it to your phone, and maybe you can make it as a background or home screen. Okay, so kaki kuke ko. It's just a joke. Like ki sounds like a key, and then ke sounds like Spanish ke.
Okay.
But with the vowels, you just add k on this one. Let's see. So first letter is ka. It's pretty intimidating looking at this, right? But it's actually pretty easy. First, it's a really carby, fat 7. And then make sure you check at the end, like little ping. You have to go up. And then after that, remember 2 key points. Japanese letters are order is important, right? So you follow this, you follow this path and then slider. Always Japanese letter has a slight curve, right? So with a little slider, you slide in, slide down, and when you slide down, you gotta come back up. Everyone good so far? Okay, so let's try to write it. Remember the order, make sure you write it in the right order. Nice, Aristo. Nicely done. Good job, Chris. That's nice. Nice, Johannes. Wow, you outworking everyone. You got like so many K's. And make sure, here's a little tip. Oh, go ahead, Denise. Nice, nicely done. And make sure this part, the 7th, like a leg part, is long enough. Because if it's short, it looks like a ya. Ya is another letter that we're gonna learn afterwards. But it looks like ya. Okay. Then let's move on. Oh, sorry, Michelle. Nice, very beautiful. Okay, let's see. Next one, key. Okay, the first one is from left to right. But remember, it's always a slight curve and never be a straight line. Oh, I think Christian joined. Hey, Christian.
Hi,
How's your wrist?
Hello. Konbanwa.
konbanwa. They're healing.
How's your wrist?
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can write it out, but we are writing Japanese letters. So this is chi, so first one. And then from here, we gotta check back. Japanese is always checking back. So you check back and then another line. And always it's not a straight line, it's always slight curve. From here, this time you don't check back. You go follow this path, go up and up, and then slide again. And then it's another checking back. And you're gonna follow this path again, another slide. At this point, you can kind of tell that Japanese is always going sliding and checking back. These are 2 really important components of Japanese letters. Nice, Aristo. And so here's a little tip. You don't really have to connect this area. You can connect, but usually with Japanese people in modern Japanese letter, we don't connect those 2nd or 3rd and 4th ones.
So what you have displayed, it's like a short check mark, and then
Yes,
Hmm.
it's like imaginary line. We used to connect, I guess. This is like an older version of key, but modern days we don't connect.
Is there
I
a
guess, what's that?
I was gonna ask, is there a reason why they decided to like change how key looks?
So if you write, I think if you write it really fast,
Mhm.
it's kind of hard to go this way from right to left.
Mhm.
So they just decided to check and come back.
Mm.
They used to have like from right to left. Damn, Joannes, writing so many keys. Okay, I assume everyone is doing well, so I'm gonna move on to the next letter. It's too easy, right? This is just a line. Looks like a fish mouth. But remember, it's always slight curve. It's not straight lines, it's a slight curves.
So Ryu, this is how I was being taught now, but then also like throughout the book that we have, sometimes it shows it, or like different areas show it being connected for key. And
Mhm.
then the little like worksheet that I get, it has it where was disconnected.
Yeah, so usually we're gonna disconnect because
Okay.
it's kind of hard to write. So don't connect. If when it comes to computer, I think computer likes to write on the connected one, but
Okay.
usually we don't connect because
Yeah,
it's
I
just
guess
really hard to go back.
I've noticed that for the saw as well, because the saw
Yeah.
was disconnected but also connected, and I'm like, well, I kind of like it connected. It kind of feels like it flows a little bit more, but I want to be modern, so I guess I will disconnect it.
Yeah, and also another tip for Japanese letter, there is no lines go from right to left. It's just because the nature of the brush. If you write on the brush, it's impossible to go from right to left. You're gonna notice there is no line from right to left. Okay, so let's move on to this kind of scary one. It's not really scary. It's just a correct plus minus sign. Okay, can start with straight, go down, and opposite check. It's all about check and slide, right? And don't get confused with E. E is more angled. K is straight. And then you always follow the path, right? You follow this check mark and another straight line, but it's not really straight. It's a slight curve. And then from here, you follow this path and another slide. It's all about slide and a check mark. All right. At this point, I just trust you guys doing well, so you don't have to show me your writing. If you have some confusion, or if you see your handwriting and see this handwriting, my handwriting, and if you see the big difference or small difference, you can ask me or show me. And Christian, are you writing or just observing?
I'm just observing because I have to leave in about 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if you can write with the sprained wrists.
Oh, yes, I can write. I can write fine.
Oh, okay, nice. Okay.
I'm just
I was
on a
kinda
time
worried.
crunch, that's all.
Okay, so last one is ko. And this is pretty similar to E, right? It's another opposite check. I don't know if it's opposite anymore. It's just like some sort of check, right?
It's like sideways for E.
Yeah. Sideways of E, yes.
Kind of looks like a
And E-
box.
What?
Kind of looks like a box. Like
Box.
like kind of like a disconnected box.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of disconnected box.
Mhm.
Yeah, you follow the path and another slide.
That's
It's
funny.
kind of-
'cause
Oh, go ahead.
I was thinking the ko in katakana looks like a disconnected box, kind of.
Yes, ko is like a disconnected box because, hiragana has no straight line, but katakana is all about straight lines. That's how we differentiate. You're gonna learn it more about katakana, but at this point, hiragana has no straight line. It's always curving and follow the path. And it's mirrored and a rotated E. Okay, I think everyone is doing well with writing hiragana. Actually, you're impressive. Your work is impressive. So let's move on to Japanese days. So, recap question. Oh, by the way, before we move on, any of you have any question about hiragana or kakikukeko writing? Okay, everyone is fine. All right, so recap question. What is date again in Japanese?
Nichi?
Yes, nichi. And what is, oh my God, what is day again? Oh, no, actually, the day is today's thing. My bad. So, date is nichi, but day, does anyone know this? Date? What is
He.
day in Japanese?
He.
He.
No?
Close. Very close.
Yobi?
What is that, Chris?
Is it Yobi or something like that?
Yes,
That's
it's a yobi.
Yobi.
Yes, so it's a yobi. That's the day, and it's Monday through Friday, or Monday through Sunday, or Sunday through Saturday, whatever the order you want to go. So we're gonna learn this yobi today, and it's pretty fun actually. So here's the Japanese 7 days. Does anyone wants to read each days?
So I'm guessing Sunday Nibi.
So you read this and connect with this.
Oh, Nibi yo. Oh, Nichiyobi.
Yes, Nichiyobi. Nice. How about Monday?
Getsuyobi.
Right, Getsuyobi. How about Tuesday?
Kayobi.
Kayobi. Very nice. Wednesday?
Suyobi?
Suyobi.
Suyobi.
Nice. Thursday?
Mokuyobi.
Yes, Mokuyobi. And Friday?
Kinyobi.
Nice. Kinyobi. And last Saturday?
Doyobi.
Yes, Doyobi. Nice. Okay. And I'm not sure if you guys agree with this coloring, but that's how I see the days. Does anyone think this way? Like Sunday is red, Monday is white, Tuesday is yellow, Wednesday blue. Does anyone agree with this?
I've never thought of that before, like coloring the day. That's a really interesting concept.
Okay. All right. Well, you're going to learn, or you're going to know how I feel in this way in a second. It's pretty exciting. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go over each days. First, Sunday. If you are smart ones, maybe you understand what Nichi means. What does Nichi mean?
Date?
Yes, day, right? So date, but actually Nichi means the sun. And then sun goes up and down. That's one day, right? So that's why it becomes date. So, and fun fact, do you know how to call Japan in Japanese?
Nihon.
Nihon, yes. Nihon or Nippon. Nippon is shortened version of this one, Nichihon. It's really hard to say Nichihon, so it's like we skip the Nippon, change that. And Nippon means where the sun comes from. That's how we called, or how they called. It's an East country, so they called us where the sun comes from. And Sunday is where the date starts. So remember, the sun comes up, it's Sunday. And I'm not sure if American or English Sunday is referring to this structure, but Nichiobi is Sunday because Nichi means sun.
Mhm.
And that's where we start the date. Okay, let's move on. Okay, Monday, Getsuyobi. Does get similar to Gatsu? No?
Getsuyo. It's
Yes, so Getsu is similar to Gatsu. And actually, these are same thing. It's just a different, changing the pronunciation. So what does Gatsu mean again?
Month?
Yes, month. So Gatsu is month. But Gatsu means month because of this structure. Gatsu means moon. It's not a literal translation or like word to word, but Gatsu is the meaning. Gatsu has a meaning of moon. And then moves go around the earth with 29.5 days. So that's why it's a moon. Like a moon cycle is a month. That's why we call Ichigatsu 1 month. And maybe I think the Monday and month both are coming from moon. I'm not sure about American or English structure, but that's how I feel. So again, it's freezing. So Monday is Sunday and sun and moon. The moon comes after the sun, so Getsuyobi is Monday.
Getsuyo.
Is everyone good so far?
Hi.
Are you all following with my storytelling?
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Okay, nice. Okay, so let's move on. Tuesday or Tuesday. So Tuesday, ka.
Katsu. Kayo.
Maybe you're guessing what does ka mean. So actually the ka is fire.
Mhm.
And on Tuesday, you kind of start feeling the sluggish. You probably need more fire or get fired up to go through the week, right?
Uh-huh.
So that's Tuesday, where you need to get fired up. That's why I feel it's yellowish, because fire is red, but red is taken by Sunday, so it's a lower temperature than fire or sun. That's Kayobi. Let's move on to Wednesday. Here comes really exciting. This is my favorite part, and this is the highlight of today's lecture. So Wednesday, sui means water. And then, Wednesday, we usually get busy and you get overwhelmed and you start feeling like a drowning.
Mhm.
What do you have to do when you're drowning?
Swim.
You have to swim, right?
Mhm.
Swim. You're welcome, Christopher Hutchinson. Yes, so Suyobi is where you have to swim through. That's why it's blue and Suyobi. Okay. Are you all following so far?
Yes.
Okay. So let's move on to Mokuyobi, Thursday. So Moku means wood. Remember Wednesday we were drowning? So the drowning man catch the floating wood. It's like almost there. You somehow saved your life. Almost there. So Thursday is where you somehow survive and see the goal. It's almost Friday. And let's move on. Kinyobi. What does kin mean? Kin means gold or money. I mean, money is made of gold, so pretty much the same thing. And what do we do on Friday?
Spend our money and have fun.
Right, you go out and drop some money, right? And also, you finished the week, so you deserve a gold. So that's why the Friday is, this is gold. I meant gold, but they don't have gold in this PowerPoint, so it looks like brown, but it's gold. So Friday is where you made it through, so shiny, or where you drop money. And lastly, on Saturday or Thursday, Saturday, sorry, Saturday. What does Saturday mean, or do mean? Do means mud or ground. And then, unless you are living in, or maybe even if you're living in Japan or somewhere, usually the sun comes up from the ground, right?
Mhm.
So Saturday is where the sun awaits underneath. That's doyobi. So, little recap. 日曜日、月曜日、火曜日、水曜日、木曜日、金曜日、土曜日. Did everyone like my stories?
Yes.
Did it help anyways?
1,000
Zach.
times, yes.
Can we turn that into a
Okay.
children's book so I can use it for my kids?
Okay. Yeah,
Off of that,
I'll
Ryu.
work on it. What's that?
You can make money off of it.
Oh, okay, I'll try.
I have to go now, guys. I'll see you next week, okay?
All
Bye,
right, see you next
Christian.
week.
Bye.
Bye.
Actually, I have to go.
Matane.
Sorry about that. I had to go too, guys.
Okay.
Matane, aristo.
Matane, aristo. Arigato.
Matane.
Matane.
All right, so that was a little fun storytelling. So let's remember. Do you guys remember days in Japanese? Who wants to try it?
Okay. So Sunday should be Nichiyobi,
Yes.
Getsuyobi, Tuesday. Tuesday gets Kayobi,
Yes, Kayobi.
and then Suiyobi,
Mm-hmm.
And-
Suyobi.
Suiyobi, Mokuyobi, Kinyobi. Oh, then Doyobi, sorry. Doyobi.
No, you're
as
right.
well.
You're right. Kinyobi and Doyobi.
Doyobi, okay.
Nice. Good job. Who is as confident as Christopher?
I'm
Okay,
confident when
okay.
I look at my notes.
Okay,
Me
so
too.
Joannis and Michelle raised her hand. So do you guys want to try, Michelle and Joannis?
I have my notes in front of me, so yeah, I could totally try it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
It's a good practice of reading.
Oh yeah, and writing it over and over again. I've noticed that also helps too.
Yeah.
Nichiyobi, Getsuyobi, Kayobi, Tsuyobi, Mokuyobi, Kinyobi, Doyobi.
Nice. Very nice. That's the week. You want to try, Joannis?
Sure. Nichiyobi, Getsuyobi, Kayobi, Suyobi, Mokuyobi, Kinyobi, Doyobi.
Nice. Very nice. And a little fun fact, in Japanese, we usually starts from Monday. So it's gets, ka, sui, mok, kin, do, nich.
Wait, can you write that out so we can?
So yeah, it starts from, in Japanese, we start from Monday. So get, ka, sui, mok, kin, do, nich.
But
So,
you
you
don't
know-
say yobi at the end. You just
No, yeah. If you have to like really specify the day, you can say gets yobi. But if you just want to say these like 7 days in one sentence, you can say gets ka sui mok kin do nich. But when you specify the day, it's like gets yobi. What day is it? Gets yobi. You say yobi. So it's I think it's kind of way to remember. Gets ka sui mok kin do nich. It's like a song.
Oh, can we make that into a song too?
Yeah.
You
So
see?
so it's like a gets ka sui moku kin do nichi, like a kind of like, so a lot of Japanese letters are, a lot of Japanese old songs are made with that rhythm.
Okay.
In fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? It's gets ka sui moku kin do nichi. It's like a 4 words in one verse.
If we did like a YouTube search for like children's do they have like children's nursery rhymes or like children? Because I've noticed that when you watch the kids videos, it helps because you see like the cartoons and then you see like the repetitiveness of the tune and the words, and like that helps a lot. So I don't know if you have any
Yeah,
specific.
so for this thing, there's a really long and like a story song. It's like a worm. On Monday, it's this thing, and Tuesday, it's this thing, Wednesday, it's this thing, and it becoming a butterfly.
Oh,
There's
okay.
a song like this, but it's pretty complicated on this one. So
Okay.
I will say just remember this one at this point.
Okay.
I will try to look for songs. Okay, so let's move on. At this point, you can say dates and date, month, right? So from here, you're gonna be able to make a short sentence. Okay, if you remember this from last time, how do you pronounce this thing when it comes to mean equal to?
Well,
Yes, it's wa, right? It pronounces as wa. So wa means equal to. So, and another key terms for today. That is, does anyone wants to read it from here? What's this one?
Kyo.
Yes, kyo. And then what is tomorrow?
明日
Yes, tomorrow is ashita. How about yesterday?
Kino.
Yes, kino. All right, so these are the 3 key terms. Kino, kyo, ashita, or kyo, ashita, kino. I would like to start from today and tomorrow. Oh, I forgot about yesterday. So kyo, ashita, kino. Okay, so if you know these words, maybe you can read this one. Who wants to try read this out loud and understand the meaning of it?
今日は9月20 20 26日26日
Yes, yes,
So-
今日は9月26日. And what does this sentence mean?
Today it is September 26th.
Right, today is September 26th. Because wa means the equal sign. And you can add this to make it polite or complete sentence, but it's not necessary. If you say 今日は9月26日, it means today is September 26th. So literally in Japanese, you can make a sentence, a word with wa. Okay, let's try this out. Let's please someone help us make this sentence in Japanese.
I think I know it.
Okay, go ahead, Denise.
Is it 今日は金曜日です
Right, 今日は金曜日, and you can add this too. 今日は金曜日. Pretty nice. Okay, is everyone good with this? Following up so far? Getting excited? Okay, so let's see. Another little term. Nani means what? So you can say nani, like when you want to say what, You can say nani, or you can say whatever. And then this nani is sometimes or often, more often, very often, or like, I don't know, very often is more frequent, or is more often less frequent, more frequent.
Oh, more. It's more frequently.
Okay, very often is more frequently. So,
Yeah.
okay. So very often pronounced as none. And most of the, I guess most of the cases are pronounced none. It's kind of rare to say nani because nani is kind of hard to say. So it's often pronounced as none. So to ask questions, you can just fill the blank with nani or none. Let's see what that means. How about this one? Does anyone wants to try this? We don't know this part. What day is it?
Would it be kyo wa nani yobi?
Yes, 今日は何曜日? And actually it becomes none. Because
Yeah.
何曜日? 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 It sounds like 何曜日, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty much same as like I'm going to, I'm going to, I'm going to, I'm gonna, I'm gonna, I'm gonna. Pretty much the same thing. People are thinking the same thing. So 今日は何曜日? And also you can add か at the end for the polite sentence. This is another way of making it as questions. Is everyone good so far? All right. So today's fun part. Let's make a simple Japanese sentences. Okay, let me have 2 volunteers. Or actually, first time, 1 volunteer. I'm gonna ask a question. Who wants to volunteer?
I'll volunteer.
Okay, so let's say this is kyo. Imagine today is this, January 9th. Okay, 今日は何日ですか?
I don't know. So you're asking, kyo wa nanji desu ka? Is that what you said?
今日は何日ですか?
Nannichi desu ka? Nannichi desu ka? Okay, so I hear that I think that you're actually asking me what day it is, but
Yeah.
yes, okay. So then
No, it's
I would tell you Kugatsu Niju Nichi? No, wait, that's not right. Sorry.
It's January. It's
So
January.
January would be 1, right? So
Yes.
it would be Ichi Gatsu Ku Yonichi? No.
Kunichi is fine. Kunichi is fine.
Okay.
Because yon
you can
is
tell me.
4, right? Yon is 4. So Kunichi. But if you remember what is the special way of saying Kunichi?
Kokonoka.
Kunichi.
Yes, kokonoka. So the answer towards 今日は何日ですか? The answer is 1月9日.
Ichigatsu Kokonoka?
Yes, kokonoka. It's like a coconut, but kokonoka. Coconut cut. Coconut cut.
Kokonoka.
Yes.
Ichigatsu Kokonoka.
Okay, so let's switch around. Michelle, you want to ask me a question Let's say.
No.
Okay, who wants to ask a question and who wants to answer?
今日は何日ですか？
Okay, so Chris asked, 今日は何日ですか? So let's make it this day as today or 今日. Who wants to answer? Chris is wondering who can answer this question. Help Chris out. Go, Janice.
I'm like trying to say it right. I'm like, Kyo Nichiju Ichi desu.
今日は what's the month?
Oh, 1月20日です。
Close.
Damn.
20日.
20日です。
Yes.
今日は
Okay. So
Let's
who
see.
wants to try
20.
this question? How can we ask days? Can someone ask a day?
Is it 何曜日ですか?
Right. 今日は何曜日ですか? So let's make it this day.
Oh, okay. So then it would be let's see, Wednesday was. Oh no, it was Wednesday. Oh no.
Okay. I mean, Denise asked the question, so someone has to answer.
木曜日
Is it what? Is it
No. It was
Close.
Thursday.
wait, Wednesday, right?
Wednesday.
Yeah. So remember Wednesday is
水曜
kind
日
of
です。
right.
So,
Nice, Janice. Because remember,
No.
水曜日is where you have to swim, right? Wednesday, it's a wet Wednesday.
So can you say the answer again? Say the answer again. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Janice. Could you answer again?
今日は水曜日です。
Yes, 水曜日.
Okay, so you start with kyo wa nanyobi desu ka, and then you answer it with kyo wa tsuyobi desu.
Yes. So it's similar to Spanish. You don't have to change the order of words. You can just say it in the
I don't
word
know
line.
Spanish.
Yeah, so
I'm in
Spanish, you don't have
Japanese,
to
not
spin
Spanish.
around.
Not yet. Come on.
Okay, so Japanese, we don't change the order like a do you and you like it's American twist. Japanese, we don't do that. You can just say the same sentence, but just like fill the blank with nani or nan. All right,
Here's
so
my other confusion is like, I know when you answer certain questions, you just actually say the word, like there's nothing else to it. So would you ever answer it with just like tsuyobi desu?
yeah, you can say suyobi desu because
Okay.
you can kind of imply kyo wa
Okay.
because someone is asking what day is it today, and you can say it's Friday, right? You don't have to say, oh, today is.
Okay. I think that's where I get really confused is because like people ask me if Japanese is hard and I'm like, I don't think it's hard, it's just confusing because like
Mhm.
sometimes
Yeah.
you have lots of words and sometimes you don't, and then sometimes you just blur like letters together, and I'm like trying to catch up with the letter that's over here. I'm like, but you missed the U.
Yeah,
isn't that you
that's
there?
true. And to be quite sure, honestly, if you repeat what someone is saying, you can communicate with Japanese people.
Okay.
Just change the tone. Like someone is gonna ask question, is it Tuesday? Like, 今日は火曜日ですか? And you can say 今日は火曜日です. Just a different tone in the same sentence. It's the answer. Okay, let's ask another day. Who wants to try?
Well, I can ask the question.
Okay, go ahead, ask a question.
So I'd say, 今日は何曜日ですか?
Okay, 今日は何曜日ですか? Let's say it's this day. Who wants to answer? Yes, 金曜日. 今日は金曜日. What do we do on 金曜日? Yes, we
Party.
use money.
Party.
Because kin means gold or money. Okay. So how about this day? This date? Who wants to ask about this date?
Kyowa nannichi desu ka?
All right. So who can answer Joannis's question? 今日は何日ですか?
I can try.
Okay, go ahead, Denise.
Okay. Let's see. 今日は1月17日です.
Right. 今日は1月17日です. Sweet. Very nice job.
Ryu, I have a question just really quickly about that. So like, do we use the non-dominant form like for the date itself, like the actual date? Is that possible to do that? Because I know you said like ku was like the only exception to that rule, but like could that be true for nana then? If like what Denise said?
So this type, you can say both, like 17日 or 17日. And honestly, you can use either form in whatever the occasion. It just doesn't really sound nice or natural, but both are correct. In fact, in order to differentiate 7月 and 4月, it's similar, right? So sometimes in order to differentiate, we say 4月. So either way is correct. The more natural way is use the dominant one for the others and use the non-dominant one for shichi. Or ku, sorry. Okay, so we did how to ask a question, and you can also ask like a do you question or is it question. Like, let's say 今日は木曜日ですか? And if it's true, how can you answer? 今日は木曜日ですか?
Mokuyobi desu.
Yes, 木曜日です, right? And so let's say if it's not 木曜日, it's actually Friday. Or no, not Friday. It's not actually 木曜日, it's actually a Monday. So how can you say?
Yeah, getsuyobi desu.
Right. So iye is the way of saying no. And you can say iya or iye, whichever is fine. 今日は月曜日ですね. Well, actually, 今日の月曜日じゃなくて、今日は金曜日ですね. Okay, so that's it so far today. Does anyone have any questions? Pretty confusing, pretty fun, pretty clear. Hope I don't get too confusing for Michelle.
It's all right. There's so much stuff that goes on in my brain. Like after college, I just forgot everything. And then when you have kids, you forget everything too. So it's like,
yeah.
But
And
I do
it's
have
okay.
a question. Wait,
Yeah.
so this is one of my questions that I have in my book, and I was gonna show it to Akiko when I go to her house, and I was gonna say, Sumimasen, toire wa Doko desu ka?
Hmm.
I want to know where the toilet is.
Yes,
I was like,
correct,
one of
exactly.
the one of the questions in the book, and I thought this is kind of funny because we're talking about questions, and
Mhm.
that was one of the questions. This is what drives me nuts about like the class that I'm taking at Saddleback is that all the stuff that she's teaching at this very moment has to do with the university and like what major are you and what year are you in?
Oh,
I'm like,
okay.
this is not relevant to life right now. Like I would love to know if I go to Japan, I want to know where the toilet is. Like because if I have to go to the bathroom, like I'm not gonna ask what your telephone number is or like just things that are yeah.
Yeah. So toire is toire in Japanese too. And then
Okay.
if you make it to equal sign, you can say wa, right? And then nan is what. But for where, it's doko. So you just fill the blank with doko and add desu ka. Toire wa doko desu ka. It's a lot easier than English.
Yeah. So sometimes it's very there. I said there's like something that shows on Instagram, and it was like this: you ask a little question, and the answer was longer than the question, and the guy just like cut everything out, and he was just like he just said the end. It was like, okay, that's what I wanted to say, but apparently there's so much more that goes with it. That's
Yeah.
where I get lost, and I apologize for asking the same question over and over again, you guys.
No, it actually helps because
Yeah.
our learning process is forgetting and remembering, forgetting, remembering.
Mhm.
We're gonna remember those things just because you asked a question at the lesson. Oh, Michelle asked about this. That's how we trigger those moments, right?
And then
So
when you say nice, like you say like when we answer it, you say nice. Like what's the actual answer that you would say in Japanese instead of saying nice? Because
oh, ine.
ine.
Yes, ine.
Okay, so remember that for next time because everyone here should know when he says ine, he means nice, right?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah. So actually, ine, so I means good. And ne is like one of the ways to express the feeling, like ine, or like 今日は金曜日ですね. It's like a way of saying like trying to make someone agree with you. So like 今日は金曜日ですね. And if someone says そうですね, it's like, oh, that's true. So ne is like asking for agreement. So いいね is good, だよね or good, isn't it? Kind of thing.
That's great that you say that because we're also learning like to have when you have no or yo or ne or was it ko? I think there was another one.
Yeah,
Someone-
yo ne da dayo kind
At
of
the end
thing.
of the sentence, you have
Yeah.
there's these and it yes.
Uh-huh. And each one has a different meaning to it. And ne is trying to making someone agree with you
Okay.
or asking for agreement. So ine is I think it's good. Do you think it's good? Kind of saying. And then fun fact, if you change the Instagram or Facebook feature or Facebook language to Japanese, the like button is ine button. Yep. All right, great questions. Thank you for asking great questions every time, Michelle.
Oh, Ryu, I have a question. What did you mean by dione?
Dione is very much same thing. This is a really polite way. Dio is more frank.
Oh.
More
Yeah,
casual?
so 今日は yeah, more casual. Yeah.
Okay.
So 今日は何曜日ですか? If someone asks a question and if you want to be casual, you can say, oh, 今日は金曜日だよ. Dayo is more casual. Yeah, we're gonna learn how to change the tone in each situations from now on, like later on. But that's the most difficult part, but that's the most fun part of Japanese, because you can differentiate who you are talking to just by changing the word. So I will never say to someone who's older than me, 今日は金曜日だよ. I always say 今日は金曜日です.
See, relevant to life. Not what
Yeah.
major are you? You're in college. I don't care. They're like, what's my phone number? I'm like, nobody asks that. Nobody, or you don't go up to somebody and ask them what time it is anymore because they all have watches and phones and like, just, you don't, yeah.
Mhm. But the important thing is the structure. It's not the actual sentence.
Right.
You can change this word and connect with equal sign and just to fill the blank. So you can ask questions, whatever the questions. So let's say you want to ask a name. How can we ask a name? Does anyone know name in Japanese?
Namae.
Namae.
Right, it's namae. So let's ask someone's name.
Namae wa?
Mhm.
Namae wa desu ka?
Namae wa nan desu ka?
Yes,
Nan desu ka?
what
Oh,
is
namae wa
nan,
nan
right?
desu.
Namae wa nan desu ka? It's what. You always feel what. And name is not a yobi or day, so you can just skip it. Namae wa nan desu ka? Straight to here. Or if you want to be frank or casual, you can say namae wa nani. It's literally name equal to what? Very simple. Okay, any other question? We went too far at this point, but this is
Sorry.
how we make a questions. And it's pretty good that you guys asked these questions because I can show, I was able to show you that structure is actually working in any occasion. So I hope you can, maybe you can try to ask questions on Slack, like what is equal to what? And make conversation. So for tomorrow, for next week, let's try to practice kakikukeko. And also maybe ask one question in general chat about whatever the thing. You can simply Google like name, what is name in Japanese? So you can ask namae wa nan desu ka? Or let's say, yeah. Let's play with it and have fun. And we're gonna learn a lot more about questioning next week. All right, sounds good? Okay, thank you for coming today. And I will see you guys next week.
Mata ne.
Mata ne.
ありがとうございます。
ありがとう。